If you know me, you know I love a good map. Show me a map of Europe from the 1700s and I will immediately be intrigued. I love them. I find them so interesting. So today, we're going to be taking a look at some very, very interesting maps. Wait, languages spoken in China. Am I stupid? I thought it was just Mandarin and Cantonese. Is Cantonese? Am I stupid? I don't see Cantonese. Oh, there it is. Cantonese right there. Am I just stupid? I thought there were only 2 languages in China. 2019 North Korean Supreme People's Assembly election. There's something a little bit suspicious going on there, I think. Actually, no, you know what? I'm overthinking it. He's just clearly a very popular guy. Paid leave for new mothers. The United States is one of 8 countries without paid maternity leave. And the average length for those that have it is 29 weeks. Yeah, but America, greatest country in the world, am I right? Woo! Love guns. This is the usual time of eating dinner in Europe. 10:30. To be fair, that is just when I eat dinner. It's currently 10 to 10, and I'm not even going to start cooking until probably about 10:30. So I don't know why I'm gasping at that. Who the fuck is dinner at 4 o'clock? 450 years old map. Oh, give me a bit of this. Inject this into my veins. God, look how big they thought. Look how big they thought like Canada, and that was. Canada's still pretty big. This is supposed to be like the Gulf of California, innit? They got Europe. Actually, no, they haven't even got Europe spot on. Look there. That's not spot on. They got Africa pretty good. They got this bit pretty. To be fair, over here, not too bad. They didn't even know Australia existed at this point. Or did they? Or did they just think this was Australia? And they had massive sea monsters back then as well. God, that's mental. Sweden's porn preferences versus radiation level received from Chernobyl. I don't see any correlation there at all. Most popular sport in every country in the world. Football. I love a bit of footy. I love footy. Ice hockey. Yeah, makes sense in Canada. American football. I wonder what country that is most popular in. Archery? What countries are... What? Hey, wait. I don't even know what country that is. Let me have a look. Let me have a look on map. Archery is the most popular sport in Bhutan. Huh, weird. Most of these make sense, but archery? Why? Oh, the most popular language on Duolingo. English. Best language in the world. Here is a circle of 5,000 kilometers radius with Paris as a center, according to the Mercator. That's so. I'm going to show you. You've all definitely already seen this, but hang on. So like, there's this website that shows you like the true size. Oh, fuck off. That shows you like the true size of countries. So like, let's take I don't know, United Kingdom. So the true size of it is like, okay, so it gets smaller as it goes to the equator. But that's how big it is in comparison to Greenland and Norway. So the UK is a lot bigger than like you expect it to be, or a lot. Actually, no, it's a lot smaller, isn't it? I don't know. But look, there it is compared to states in the United States. There it is compared to Australia. There it is compared to India. It's compared to Japan. There you go. You learn something new every day, don't you? Japanese stereotypes of Europe. Safe Iceland. That's a pretty good stereotype to have. What's that one for? Okay, for England, it's bad food. Scotland wants independence. I mean, it's not wrong. These aren't wrong so far. Watches Switzerland. That's not really a stereotype. That's just kind of, I guess, the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of this country. That's not a stereotype. Wait! Yogurt. Yes, my favourite Bulgarian stereotype. Yogurt. Financial collapse. What the Scottish Highlands, the Appalachians, and the Atlas are the same mountain range, once connected as the Central Pangaean Mountains. God, I love geography. Bloody love it. Americans were asked to point to Iran on a map. I'm surprised at how many correctly identified Iran. Not sure what's going on here, how you can mistake France, England, or Germany for Iran, or why so many people got it in like the Balkans for some reason. Will you receive food as a guest at someone's house? How did they get this data? How did they get this data? What innocent opinion divides your country into 2 camps? So in Ireland, it's whether you keep your toaster in the cupboard or not. What, when you're using it? I guess when you're not using it, that makes sense. How to pronounce scone? Yeah, that's correct. Should the Christmas soda be red or brown? What is the Christmas soda? What is the mystery liquid? Should you put ham on cheese or the other way around? That's actually a very good debate. What way should you have it round? What way tastes better? The world according to the US travel advisories. What the fuck is England yellow? What? Why? Exercise increased caution. What? Why? When most of Europe? World map according to China in 1799. That's so interesting. I don't know why the sea is green. Actually, to be fair, that has probably just faded into green over time. No, I love old maps. So I went to Winter Wonderland, right? and they had a stand of like old maps, and I found it so cool. Like they sold like old maps that you put up in like your house and that. I was tempted to get one. School uniform policy by country. Oh, but I didn't realise places in Europe don't like normally have uniform. It's basically just the UK and Ireland. Oh, weird. Where the world wants to move to. Where does the UK want to move to? Canada. Good shout, to be fair. Percentage of Europeans who fight for their country. UK is 21 to 40%. I am absolutely not fighting for the UK. Fuck that. Not laying down my life for this country. Can't be arsed. That's just long. Oh, here we go. Average male height in Europe. I think it's actually more around the 168 centimetre mark. Okay, so the shortest, 174. 170. You know what? I'll take that. I don't know what is up with the Netherlands here and Bosnia. Why are they so tall? There's no need for it. I might move to Spain. I'm only slightly below average height in... Actually, no, that's not Spain. Am I American? Portugal. I'm only slightly below average height in Portugal. What? Is it a crime to knock on the door and run away? Yes, since 1839. What? Bro, I've broken that law so many times. Mountain area percentage of some countries: Nepal, Switzerland, Armenia, Montenegro, Tajikistan, Bhutan. Wow, 98.8%. Bro, are people just living in like the cracks of mountains? Actually, to be fair, on top of the mountains would probably be more feasible. Well, maybe not right at the top, but a lot. You know, on the way up. How would you say the number 92? What? In France, you say 4 times 20 plus 12. What? Hang on, I'm going on Google Translate. Surely it's not that complicated. Fucking things. I mean, I don't know what this means because I'm not French. But if it really is as complicated as saying 4 times 20 plus 12, the French must be very good at their time saying, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. Weirdest food from every state. A scrapple. What the fuck's a scrapple? A sushi burrito. That's not that weird. I saw someone eat one of them the other day. It's not that weird. It's just like sushi, instead of being cut up into like small round bits, just in one big roll. Rattlesnake? What? Gator tail? You know what? I've seen someone cook an alligator and it didn't look bad. It actually looked pretty good. I would eat alligator. And gator tail looks particularly meaty. I would eat that. You know what? This isn't that. This is better than most British food. Like, most of what's on here looks... I don't even know what most of it is, but it sounds better than most British food. Wait, what every state is best at? Least obese. Most 4-year-olds in preschools. What? Who's responsible for keeping the data on such boring information? Most breastfed babies? Or is there just some guy responsible for looking in the windows of every American family to see if they're breastfeeding their babies? Map presented coldest temperatures ever measured in Celsius. The UK actually, like, in general, I'm not just saying according to this map, but in general, it's not as cold as everyone lets on. Like, Central Europe around here is far colder during the winter than England. It's just a bit rainy here. The red areas contain half the population of Australia. That's crazy. That's mental. So I thought there'd be more people living on like the coast and that. It's actually this bit here. This bit is probably not very habitable. But just to be fair, the population of Australia is relatively small and it's an enormous country. Countries that are richer than the world average. Oh, that's interesting. I was on holiday, right? And I was just sat there. I was in Egypt and I was just sat by like this bar. It was like night time. I was sat in the hotel and these 2 Russian guys they just sit down and they start asking me really weird questions. First of all, they were like, why do you not like Russians? I was like, I don't dislike Russians. And then someone next to me said, oh, we don't dislike the people, we dislike the actions of the government. They were like, but they've done nothing wrong. And we didn't really fancy getting in a fight with 2 massive Russian men. So we just kept our mouths shut. And then he starts going like, how much money do you make? I was like, what? He's like, how much money do you make? Or how much money does the average person in the UK make? And I was like, I don't know, like 25 grand. And he was like, I make 40. And I was like, cool, mate. He's like, do you want to see my motorcycle? Do you want to see my house? I was like, yeah. And I had to find an excuse to get out of there so quickly. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye.